Hello, friends, and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. Wow, just wow. The Karen from our first story is just mind-blowing. Shame she had to mess up the kid in the process. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned-on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. Here we go. My Karen story. Through a mutual friend, I have a Karen in my orbit. I would not describe her as a friend, more of a second-degree acquaintance if I was pressed. To be honest, she might feel the same way about me. I'm a high-functioning autistic and can be a bit opaque to people who find me a hard read at much of the time. She's never been favorite company for me, as she can kind of be loud and boisterous, sort of a roomy alpha female in any given crowd. She's educated, possessing a master's degree in something from someplace, of which I'm not truly interested in finding out about. I know this as she's been known to lecture people about everything from education, politics, medicine, etc. to my field, aeronautics, and what they're doing wrong. When contradicted, she'll lend force to her opinion with, "I have a master's." For all this education, her belief system's all over the map. It's sort of libertarian, fascist, new age, pro-gun InfoWars conspiracies, with a side order of junk science. Obama was Kenyan and wants our guns. 9/11 was an inside job. Muslims should be banned from the country. Chemtrails are real. Gluten causes learning disabilities. Essential oils are miracle cures Big Pharma is hiding from us. When she got wind I was autistic, she cornered me and gave me a lecture about dietary changes and essential oils to cure me of my condition. She's married. She has one son she shares with her present husband and 3 stepchildren. The husband's a very easygoing guy. 2 of the stepchildren are great kids with promising futures. One of the stepchildren was, more to follow, a medicated schizophrenic. The child they share between them is an utter mess. It seems the pathology of a Karen is to excuse a problem child with little discipline with anything other than bad parenting. The son is undisciplined, slow-witted, socially disengaged, overweight, and rude. How rude do you have to be for someone like me to notice? In middle school, his mother decided his poor grades, social issues, and weight were caused by an undiagnosed gluten allergy and changed his diet. His only real friend was an Xbox, which prompted this Karen to announce her son was going to be a professional gamer. I guess that's one way to cover your inability to engage your own child on any meaningful level. By the time he hit high school, he was morbidly obese, a social outcast, and a failing student. She decided now he had a learning disability, which is possible, decided to homeschool him and treat him with essential oils. She also announced her son was going to be a professional football player. This, of course, was the latest excuse for obesity and academic disinterest. Homeschooling consisted of slathering him up with oil and leaving him at home with the Xbox for 10 hours a day. The stepson's the real victim here. He's the oldest of the children, around 22 years old, and developed schizophrenia in his late teens. I've never really met him, but I've been told he does well with his medications. The father and biological mother have gone to bat for him and worked hard to get the resources necessary for him to function. For most of his life, he lived with his biological mother in Texas, but moved in with his father and stepmother when he was 21. This is where schizophrenia meets New Age Google guru. She somehow got it in her head all his problems were treatable with dietary changes and essential oils. Down the toilet goes the meds, and out comes the gluten-free diet and essential oils. The medications a schizophrenic takes for their condition is not something you just stop taking. You're on them and you stay on them until a physician says otherwise. The combination of having his meds flushed, served crap food, and being rubbed down with fancy cooking oil caused a psychotic break, and he beat his mother's face. By the time the police got to his house, he was completely canonic. He was hospitalized, placed back on his medication, and sent back to Texas. The Karen of our story ended up with multiple surgeries to rebuild her face. I must admit the doctor who's doing the work has some impressive skills. She only has 2 complaints. 1, she wished she had more time to help her schizophrenic stepson get off the meds with diet, exercise, and essential oils to lead a normal life. And 2, the medical bills are a effing B word. When she said this, I wasn't the only one in the room having issues with eye contact. And our second story. I carried a thing. That means I work at this sporting goods store. I try to avoid big box retail for a variety of reasons. First, they don't train their people, so the guy who comes here for a living doesn't know where anything is. Second, they can't keep their people, so I don't know anybody and nobody knows me. This makes the service suck. These problems have only been made worse by the aforementioned pandemic. At smaller places, your shopping experience is better and the money stays local. All that said, on to my story. I like to pick up heavy things and put them down again. This occasionally needs supplies. I occasionally do things outside, like farmer's carry or stone carry, things like that. This means I have to drag a bunch of weight plates up the stairs from my basement, through the house, out to wherever I'm going to do what I'm doing, and then put them back again. The wife lost her patience with this and told my cheap butt to go buy a set of plates to keep in the garage for this purpose. I haven't been able to find any place near me that supplies them locally, so I'm forced to go to big box sporting goods or online river retail. Since it's a nice day and I don't want to wait for online river retail, off I go to big box sporting goods. I decide on a set of grip plates, pick them up, and head to the register. I ask the young lady if I can leave them there while I go to get another pair. The cashier, who probably weighs about as much as the 2 plates I was carrying, asked me to put them on the unused counter to one side of her so she can keep bringing up other customers and come back to her when I was ready. I get back to the heavy things section, grab 2 more plates, and head back to the register. I get there and realize that I should probably restock on tape, chalk, and other things for the outside section so I don't have to run back and forth, because if I get gym chalk all over the living room carrying that outside, I'll certainly encounter la chancla. Boom, boom, boom. I beg the cashier's indulgence for just a little longer, leaving 4 plates on an empty register and head back. As I pass the golf shirts, a wild Karen appears. She steps out from between 2 racks directly in front of me, raises both of her hands to snap in my face, and goes directly to the screaming. Now, as you've probably guessed, I'm a good-sized guy. I'm not so huge that you wonder if I can wipe my own bottom, but I'm definitely burly. I managed to stop without bowling this woman over, which may have been the most remarkable part of this interaction. Kay, excuse me, snapping her fingers furiously. Me, holy crap, what the hell? Kay, I need help, stomping her foot. Now! Me, I don't work here, customer service is over there, as I point to the front area. Kay, don't give me that horse crap. I saw you grabbing things for that girl at the counter. I need to know which of these tennis rackets is the best, and you're going to help me. Me, I don't work here, and all I know about tennis comes from an Anna Kournikova calendar I bought. Customer service is over there, pointing again. Kay, I've already told you to stop lying to me once, and if you do it again, I'm going to get you fired. Meet me over by the tennis rackets in 30 seconds if you want to keep your job. Me, yo no trabajo aquí. Kay, what the hell does that even mean? Me, it's I don't work here in Spanish. I figured there must be a language barrier since I've now told you 4 times and you just don't seem to get it. Kay, I'm getting your manager. Stomping off. I finished grabbing what I need from the heavy things section, chalk, tape, a couple of straps that were on sale, and a squat bar pad because mine was getting worn, and head for the register. Of course, the one next to where I had left the weights wasn't available, so I had to wait. This gave Karen time to catch up. From my description earlier, you can probably guess that I don't exactly blend in. I'm over 6 feet tall, well north of 300 pounds, and have a bushy reddish-brown beard with gray streaks in it. I'm wearing a black shirt with a picture of a Highland athlete on it that says it's not the length of his caber that makes him great, it's the weight of his stones on the back. There's nothing about me that says Big Box Sporting Goods employee. She catches up, dragging the manager, shouting, "That's him! He maliciously refused to help me." Manager, ma'am, he doesn't work here. Kay, don't give me that. I saw him helping that dumb witch behind the register. Why would he do that if he didn't work here? She had a name tag. I'll call her Alice. Me, I wasn't helping Alice. I was asking her if I could leave these here while I got the rest of my stuff. Kay, then how do you know her name? Me, she's wearing a name tag. And you owe her an apology. Kay, I don't owe her a damn thing. If she wanted to be respected, she wouldn't work here. She should be apologizing to me for making me put up with this. Turning to manager and screaming at the top of her lungs, I want both of them fired right effing now or I'm calling the police. I'll have every one of you arrested for assault. You can't prove you didn't assault me. Manager, Ma'am, you're standing under a camera. I can prove you weren't assaulted, but please, feel free to call the police. It'll be a lot easier to fill out the trespass forms if you're still here, and you'll have plenty of time to read them when you're in jail for filing a false police report. Okay, F you, F all of you, I'm never coming back here again. Manager, I'll hold you to that this time. He turns to me and apologizes, gave me a coupon, and I went on my way. And our last story. HOA towed my car. I live in a development that's almost all townhouses. I have one assigned spot and one guest spot. I have 2 cars, so I use the guest spot for my second car, as is permitted by the rules. I had a properly displayed guest pass per the rules, and the car runs and is in good repair. 2005 Mustang GT. I was towed this morning, didn't find out until this evening, went to the tow company and was told that the vehicle was towed at around 6:30 a.m. because the registration sticker was not current. For whatever reason, I didn't receive the registration placard and sticker for that car until last week, and I guess it slipped my mind to put the sticker on. The last sticker on the plate was, I think, a couple months expired. Can't remember, already put the new sticker on. I'm not 100% sure if they can tow for this, but either way, I'm fairly confident they cannot tow for this reason unless it's in the HOA rules. The parking rules that were issued make 0 reference to visible display of current stickers, and that lack of same means a vehicle is subject to tow. The only relevant language is as follows. Parking areas are solely for non-commercial vehicles with current passenger vehicle registrations. There's also a provision that says non-conforming vehicles can be towed without notice. Most of the other provisions relate to commercial vehicles, derelict vehicles, improperly parked vehicles, blocking other spots, etc. My vehicle has current registration, so according to the language here, I believe it's in compliance. I did not have notice that the vehicle could be towed due to an issue with the sticker. I talked to the HOA. They admitted in writing that the car was wrongfully towed, but won't issue a reimbursement because, direct quote, "This is between you and towing company, as this was a wrongfully towed vehicle by towing company." I think I'll take these people to small claims court at this point. I actually am an attorney, so I can do this in an hour or two and put it on my firm's letterhead. I also plan on reporting the towing company to any and all regulatory authorities, just so they have something on file. Because this is not the first or second time they've done this to someone in my neighborhood. I spoke to a gentleman here whose car was also illegally towed under astounding circumstances. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.